It's What's Up Wednesday. I am on a particularly long drive today because I'm actually going to main campus, which is about 2.5 hours away from my house. So I got a long time to sit here and think about things. And today I was thinking about how I wouldn't say backwards, but how wrong we think about how our body makes changes. Our body changes at rest. And so what you do is you give it some sort of stressor, right? There's a stressor, and that form of stress comes in many different ways. Like it can be the stressor is exercise, and then the type of exercise is a different type of stressor, or you give it a stressor like you don't eat or whatever. And when your body has a stressor, it has to find a way to respond to that stressor so that it can get better at dealing with that particular stressor. And all of that happens after the stressor occurs, right? So at rest, it's like, oh my God, what just happened? I have to figure out a way to respond to what just happened to me so that I can be better at it next time, right? So I can improve. That's what our body does. Now, here's what happens if you just give your body a stressor and then you don't have adequate rest or recovery after, or you're not fueling yourself well, or what have you. If you're not giving your body the opportunity to respond and adapt to that stressor, it doesn't have the opportunity to change in the way that you want it to, right? It's like, I like to think of, let's take running, for example. Running is an easy example because people like to think that they're doing that for weight loss. They think cardio is the way to go. And here's what happens when you do a lot of cardio without proper rest or recovery and without fueling yourself. Because I'm picking on this example specifically because when people think, oh, I'm going to lose some weight, they think I'm going to up my cardio and I'm going to eat less, right? So you're doing more with your body, but then you're also not fueling yourself properly, which doesn't allow your body to properly respond to that stressor, right? So, okay. So let's say that that's what you do. Okay, you start running. Well, here's the thing. If you start doing a lot of running, your body has to respond to the stress of running all of the time. Now, your body has zero idea that you're trying to do that for fat loss. Okay? What it knows is that, for some reason, this person, my person, is running from a bear every single day, right? And so, I need to help my person be more efficient at running from this bear every single day. And you know what your body does? It tries to get lighter. Absolutely tries to get lighter so that you are more efficient at running from this apparent bear because you're doing it every single day, right? Now you think, yeah, that's what I want to get lighter. No, my friends. No. Now you think about, this is how I think about what our body tries to do when it's adapting to becoming a very long distance runner. It's like the movies when you have a scene and people are trying to make something a lot lighter really quickly. You have to get the plane to be lighter so you can take off, or you need the truck to be lighter so that you can run or so that the truck can go faster. And they start chucking things out of the plane or chucking things off of the truck, right? To get rid of anything that is non-essential to make that thing lighter so that it can take off faster or go faster, the truck can go faster. So envision your body. That's what it's doing when you do too much cardio, is that it's trying to adapt by lightening you, by getting rid of anything that is non-essential, and that includes muscle. It pares down your muscle because your muscle, lots of muscle's non-essential when it comes to running, and it's very expensive to maintain. So your body's chucking muscle out the door, oh my gosh, we've got to run from bears, we don't need this muscle. Okay? And in addition, it can start impacting your bone density. It lowers your bone density. Why? Because that's non-essential. You don't have to have these heavy, dense bones if you're just going to be running from bears all the time. So imagine your body's just chucking things out to make you lighter, And you're like thinking it's going to be the fat, when in reality, it's going to start attacking other things that it deems less essential in the moment. Some fat will go, sure. It'll start chucking some fat, but it's not all going to be fat. You're going to lose muscle and potentially bone density if you are chronically doing cardio without fueling yourself properly. So it's kind of an interesting thing to think about. And this is, again, I'm not picking on running as being like a bad thing. I'm just saying that cardio paired with under eating is a bit of a disaster for your body. You have to give yourself that rest and recover, and you have to fuel it so that it can properly rest and recover, so that it can adapt to that stressor in a way that makes sense for your body, instead of just like chucking the muscle and the bone density, because we just have to lighten up so we can keep running from bears. The point is this, though, is that we underestimate the importance of rest and recovery in our journeys. And if we are trying to make changes to our body in either direction, if you're trying to lose some fat or if you're trying to gain some muscle, that change happens at rest. I know there's this really weird idea that like when you're doing cardio and you're that's like you're sweating the fat out. I'm like, no, actually all of those adaptations happen after you're done and your body's trying to respond to the stress. So if you're not letting it do that properly, then you're not going to get the response that you're hoping for. Or like, we think that we're building muscle when we're lifting weights. No, actually, the building of the muscle happens after, as a response to the stressor of you telling your body, I need to be able to lift heavy things, right? So your body's like, cool, if you need to lift heavy things, then I'm going to give you some muscle. So now instead of running from the bear, we're fighting the bear, right? So anyway, just keep that in mind on your health journey. If you want changes in your body, you have to rest and recover. Change happens in the rest. All right. Until next time, you guys, eat more, eat well, eat happy. Bye.